Wait, so you were talking about drinking from your chalice and spitting the blood. Did you ever have any like mishaps, like when you were spitting the blood?
Oh, sure. Well, let's talk about mishaps.
Okay.
This guy Raymond, as he's trying to get the Fang and Bang merch, Fang and Bang with Gangrel stuff to drop, and they're all putting this together. He sends me ideas, so he sends me a picture from the WWF magazine, and I go, Raymond, I don't think you can use that. Well, this particular picture was me spitting blood.
Oh.
Was me spitting blood on Donald Trump.
No.
Mr. Former President Trump. Or some people will still say president. I
Right.
don't know what side you're on, but this is a crazy world. It's a crazy world out there, so who knows? Whatever side you're on,
Yes.
former or current, whatever, however you want to look
Either
at
way.
it. It's Trump, Donald Trump. So it's such a weird story. I guess I might as well tell it.
Yeah, you have to
I mean,
now.
I've told it a few times, but might as well do it on our own deal here, right? So,
Right. This
all right.
is your platform.
So it was I was sitting home. It was I believe it was a Saturday afternoon. I wasn't on the road shows. The TVs were Monday, right? So I think the Garden was on a Sunday, and I got a message. They said, "Hey, Vince McMahon wants you on the Garden show. He wanted to add you on." So like the Garden, wow, the Madison Square Gardens is like a tremendous payday, right? So you're like, not tremendous, but it's prestige. You know, any given time you're out there wrestling, you look and like it was like the third or the fourth row. You see Deborah Harry, Blondie. You're like, there's Blondie. It's Blondie.
Oh.
It's just so cool. The Garden. There's so much magic in Madison Square Gardens. New York, man. The Big Apple, the Garden. You know, it's just can't say enough about it. You get goosebumps thinking about the vibes just wrestling there, right? So, so I'm stoked. Like, yeah, wow. So that for one, I'm like, it's the Garden. For two, I go, oh yeah, well that the money's good, and everything. And three, I love to wrestle. So I was sitting home that day, so I'm getting to wrestle one extra match. So I fly in to get there, and they put they get the card up or whatever the deal is, and it's with Kane. And I'm like, Kane, and I go, hey, were you on this loop? He goes, no, I just got added on. Like, so he wasn't on, and it's a special attraction match. And I'm like, well, it didn't make sense, but whatever. We're in the Garden, dude. Like, and he's like, oh man, like, so it's good. Kane's super mellow. Have you ever met?
Oh, I love, yes.
Yeah, tremendous
Sure
worker, great
Mayor Kane.
What's
Right?
that?
Now he's the mayor.
Oh yeah, mayor of Knoxville. Yeah. Speaking of politics, yeah. So, well, I wonder how that worked in his political career. That whole deal going down, because he's part of that, so he's an accessory. But he's like, yeah, I don't know. So like whatever. So it's time to go wrestle, and I'm always pumped. You got that extra edge for the Garden. So I even put more blood in my chalice. I mean, when I'm in there, like my chalice, I'd be like, house show, TV. I have levels. How much blood I'm gonna waste or how much I'm gonna spray over, because you got the white puffy shirts and you got to clean them, and if you're trying to get more than one shirt out of, if you got TV shirts, and they're one and done, and then once you wear it once on TV, it would become a house show shirt, and you can get 2 house shows out of it, maybe before it was too dingy or something to wear. And because they got expensive. They didn't buy my shirts. I had to pay like that $38 a shirt, so I would be buying boxes and boxes of shirts at Hot Topics. I should own stock in Hot Topics now. Not now, because they're so mainstream, but the old Hot Topics rocked, right? So
they sure did. Memories.
So, where was I at now?
Okay, so you
the chalice level. So we're in the Garden. So I'm like, oh well, we're getting TV pay-per-view and some, because it's the Garden, So I just happened to like fill my chalice up to the rim, and since I got it in my hand, you guys can't see it, but I'm gonna be holding my chalice in my hand. So I go to the ring, and I think Kane may have already went out because of the pyros, done his entrance, boom, boom, and then mine's going. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I remember I'm coming out and I could hear the car. They were like the energy's like extra like loud. I was like, wow, they're feeling me in the Garden tonight. And as I'm walking and I'm going along the barricades, and I'm coming around to make my way to the stairs. So on my right, so on the right hand side, we got the barricades and the fans, and I'm going to the steps. They'll be on my left. As I'm getting right to the steps, I can hear the people, and I see a guy, and I go, wow, this guy doesn't look like he belongs here. It just when you see, like, there's wrestling fans, and nothing against wrestling fans. I love wrestling fans. I'm a wrestling fan. You could spot somebody that just doesn't like fit. Stands out a little bit. They're like, why is it this guy's like money? What's going on here? What is he doing here? But it's the Garden. Deborah Harry, give me 3 rows back. So I go swooping up, and I get up on the steps. And I can hear the people like just, whoa. I'm like, wow, they're like, man, like I haven't been here in a while. But like, wow, I was like feeling the love in New York City, you know, like because like when I used to come to the ring, like have you ever watched this one pre-show? But you know when they do the shows before the main pay-per-view, you'd like that Sunday Night Heat. One time it came down, it was in New York in the Garden, and you would see like these 4 guys, and they had like these posters and all, but they all would like sway to my music together. So I always felt like love in New York, but I was like feeling extra love in New York. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I marched up to the top of them steps, and I could see this hustle and bustle going down under me, but I go to drink from the chalice, and then I hear people, oh, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I never got like, oh, like as I'm taking it in. So now you got to remember, I poured this chalice extra deep.
To the top.
So yeah. I poured it extra deep. So I'm chugging it in because I got some lungs now. You've heard me talk already, so you know I got some lungs. So I'm chugging it. I can hear, whoa. And so I go deeper, and I take that whole chalice in, and I let it fly. And I mean, I let it fly harder probably than I've ever let it fly. I was like, whoo, and I heard the pop, and I was like, wow, this is awesome, you know. So and I run in the ring and literally get choke slammed and pinned. That's like, woo, boom, because like no match ever goes really long on a house show cane, you know. The dude was a monster, so it was like duck one. I threw a few punches, a few kicks or something. Choke slam, boom, 1, 2, 3, easiest money in your life, and I'm like, boom. So. When I sprayed that blood, the pop was crazy. I was just like riding a high off of that. Like, I'm over in the garden, I'm getting this big head. Like, this Gangrel shit's cool, man. And like, you know, people are digging it. They finally see what I see. They're feeling what I feel. Yeah, you know, so I'm all pumped, you know. So, walking back around and like the pyro dudes and like the tech guys, they're all my buddies, but they're all like, dude, that's awesome. They're high-fiving me. I'm like, what's awesome, bro? No. Oh, you spit on Trump, man. I'm like, who? No, they said, bro, you're the man, dude. You're the man. You're like, stick it to him. And I'm like, spit on what? What? Who? I'm so lost. And then I come back to the thing, and Stephanie's there. Stephanie McMahon, and like, you know, I'm coming through and I'm lost. You know, I had this really high and I was feeling good. Now I have this really bewildered look, and then I got Stephanie sitting there going, my dad's not happy with you. I'm like, what? You spit on Donald Trump. I'm like, Donald Trump. I'm like, Donald Trump.
Oh my God.
She goes, yeah, not good. I'm like, what was he doing there? Why is this guy sitting? And then I remember that it comes to me. I go, oh, that was Donald Trump. And then this. And so what was going on, why the reaction was getting so big, is I guess he doesn't like to be touched and stuff back then or something, right? Like, so when I was coming around and heading up the stairs, the fans were trying to smarten him up at his bike. So they were trying to pull him back on his shoulders. So he had whoever he had with him, and he had the girl. I don't know if it was Marla. I'm not sure which girl he had. It was what?
Melania at the time. Was it Melania?
Was beautiful blonde. I don't know. White like cashmere, like sweater and everything. So they were touching him. So he just pushed forward to the barricade. So that's why the people were popping, because the more they tried to smarten him up,
the closer he got.
He just pushed forward closer to it. So when I was drinking the blood in, they were popping because they knew this was going down. So you know, and then I let loose, wow, with a roar of blood, you know, blood spray, right? And the picture that he was going to use, it was in the WWF. It doesn't show it justice because you see him with his. You can picture me. I got my hand over my head. He's like this, and she's like, you know, like, so it soaked her, like, she's in white, so she's wearing as much blood as me. So, and the people are pumping. So now I'm like coming back, but and I didn't think nothing of it. Somehow they replaced her shirt like within like 15 minutes. It was like an $800 like sweater or something. So it was like boom. So like I didn't put two and two together. Like, wow, they replaced that fast and everything. So so the whole time, like, Stephanie's like, yeah, my dad's not. This is not good for you. I'm like, he wants to see you at TV tomorrow. Oh man. So I didn't sleep very much that night. I'm like, for one, so now I'm thinking, like, not only am I going to get fired, like, for spitting on Donald Trump, why the hell is he sitting there?
What a way to go.
Two, I'm thinking, am I going to get whacked by Donald Trump? Because I've watched too many Sopranos or something. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Or whatever movies I watch, Goodfellas or something. Like, am I going to end up in the marshes here in Oranges in Jersey or what? Like, so I'm constantly looking in my rearview mirror as I'm driving. Like, I think we were in Meadowlands the next day. I'm like, man, and I'm calling Luna, and I'm like, I'll spit on Donald Trump. She goes, that's kind of cool. I go, no, Vince wants to see me, and like, because she wasn't on the road. That I'm like, I don't know. So Monday, so I wait TV, like I'm like a little puppy dog waiting to like try to get Vince's attention. He has a march, right? If you ever watch Vince McMahon, that we would do promos. It's the same kind of march he has anyways. We don't want to talk to you. Like he would be like, so like, and he wouldn't make eye contact, and he'd turn and go, I'm like, oh. And then Stephanie would go like, yeah, David, because I was really cool with Stephanie. She's like, yeah, he's not gonna be able to see you today, but definitely gonna see you tomorrow. This is not good, you know. Donald's upset. Everybody's upset. They had to get an $800 sweater and whatever. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, not good. Like, so I got to go another night of like, what is this guy doing there? You know, like, wow. And then so Tuesday TVs come, and finally, like before the show starts, they say, "Oh, my dad wants to see you." Stephanie says, "My dad's ready to see you." So he always has his little office and stuff. So I knock on the door and I go, "Hello, Mr. McMahon," and he just looks at me and he goes, "Wasn't that great?" I'm like, oh, he orchestrated the whole thing. It was a double rib. Like,
no way.
So yeah, so he knew Trump wanted to come, so he added him on. Put him in that spot, added me and Kane on the show, knowing that I'm just a mindless machine and I'm just going to spray no matter what, you know. So, like, so he set the whole thing up. I came out of there and I sprayed it, the blood all over him. That's how they had got the sweater so quick, because they've already kind of investigated what kind of was so they could replace the shirt and everything. So he ripped him, me, and like everybody. So, yeah, because I guess they're friends or something, you know.
Right.
Whatever. So, yeah. So it was like a double rib. So yeah, that's my So now my claim to fame is I've spit on the president and didn't get assassinated for it. I didn't go to prison.
It's impressive.
There was no grassy knoll. It was me, and I got away with it. Like, you know. So yeah. So Raymond, he was like pitching shirt ideas. So hopefully the merch is gonna drop soon, guys. Keep looking out for the Fang of with Gangrel, possibly some Kid Cadet stuff coming soon. But yeah, but he was one of them, and I said, I don't think we could use that picture, Raymond. Like, that's the WWE, you know, whatever. But that's my, that's like my attitude there. That's my Vince McMahon rib on me, and then the whole Donald Trump thing, you know. So that is one of like the greatest stories I've ever heard. I think the title in the picture was like Donald Duck they put, but the picture didn't do it justice. If you were there in person or if you would have seen it, it was just, they were like, wah. It was like, you ever see Hobo and a Shotgun?
What?
You ever see the movie Hobo and a Shotgun?
I can't say I have.
A white girl in this white feathered boa dress with blood all over it. It kind of reminded me of that.
Shotgun.
Looked like a mask. Oh, yeah. Hobo and a Shotgun. That's a Rutger Hauer movie. Like,
okay.
Very interesting. If you guys have nothing better to do in your lifetime, go out and check out Hobo with a Shotgun.
I will add it to
get
the
back
list.
to me on it.
Okay.
I did a movie review on it once, but I can't remember. But now I'm going to have to go back and watch it.
Now you have to watch it.
Yeah, come back in here and go over and re-review that movie again.
We could do movie reviews.